So Intuit. So how do lessons learned along the way. So one of the great things at Intuit in the early days. So 30 people were there. Nobody had heard of the company. But what the company had, which I think is, again, one, if you're going to go out there and start a new business, I think a core fundamental proposition is the relentless focus on wowing the customer, right? Successful products are those which solve a consumer's problem and do it to the point where they're not just happy, right, but they're wowed, that they're so excited. If they're just happy, they're unlikely to go tell their friends about it. But if you wow them, if they're so excited by that experience that they'll go and tell their friends, that allows you to really build an organization. I remember when I started, one of the first questions I asked Scott Cook was, well, how are we going to succeed in this business? We only have 3 salespeople. How are we going to be successful against all these other companies? And he said, well, actually, we have 1 million salespeople. Because our goal is to make those customers so excited they'll go out and tell their friends. And so the relentless focus back then was truly understanding what was the customer need. And the insight was, okay, let's try an experiment. How many people out in this audience love paying bills? Okay, nobody. How many people love doing their taxes? Nobody. So the key was always, how do you make doing that task faster and easier so that you can get it done faster and get on with your life? And Intuit or Quicken was not the first product in the marketplace. We were not the biggest company. We did not have the most resources. But it was a fundamental understanding from the consumer that I really hate doing this. Make it fast and easy. So when you're starting out in a company, the easiest thing to do is to listen to all the feedback and try to implement it all. Oh, they want this, and this. I'm going to just do it. While that might sound hard, that's actually the easy thing. The hard thing is to take all the feedback and stay really focused, to stay relentlessly focused on the driving customer need and what you can do to solve that need. So while our competitors were adding more and more functionality into the product, Quicken stayed narrow and focused on making it faster. Same insight in QuickBooks of when you're starting a small business. People go in to start a small business because they love running a restaurant, they love clothing, they like running a shop. They don't do it, but what happens as the business grows is the whole deal of managing your finances takes over and becomes a bigger and bigger piece of it. So again, keeping that fast and simple.